Hi, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome to the Look Good Close-Up Club. I am a 30-year pro makeup artist. I do not teach social media makeup. I teach close-up makeup. I want you to look good and feel good and beautiful close-up with your family and friends and wherever you go. How we got our name. You can be a member of the Look Good Close-Up Club simply by subscribing and also just engaging in everyone's comments. It's how we all get to know each other. Okay, it is fall. Fall is upon us. I am wearing a sweater even though it is in the high 70s, and it's only in the high 70s out because we just had a hurricane. And fortunately, it was heading to Nashville and it kind of bypassed us. We've had just typical rain, nothing heavy, no winds. But my goodness, it's done so much damage. So my heart and prayers go out to you if you were affected by this Hurricane Helene. And of course, it is now causing tornado warnings and watches up in the Columbus and Cincinnati area of Ohio, and actually all over North and South Carolina. I think Georgia as well. I don't know if you've heard, there is another hurricane heading to Spain, which they said is completely unusual to go that direction, and there's another one developing in the Caribbean, so we just all have to kind of keep our eye on that. So let's get into fall makeup. I want to say real quickly, I walked through Ulta yesterday. I certainly have enough makeup to do 100 YouTubes, okay? And I mean, I'm going to show you this mess right here, but look at all these boxes. Huge boxes, huge totes. I can't even get to everything, but I really wanted to do a drugstore because you've been asking. More people want more drugstore because times are tight. I fully understand. So I walked through Ulta yesterday looking for things that inspired me for fall makeup and that were affordable. And I gotta tell you, I was overwhelmed and underwhelmed at the same time. Overwhelmed by choices, underwhelmed by anything new and exciting. Now, growing up in the 70s and 80s, even the 90s, nothing was more excited than fall makeup. When Chanel and Estee Lauder and even Almay and CoverGirl and Maybelline, everyone would come out with their big fall look. It was such an exciting time of year to finally wear those rich, deep, earthly colors that we forego in the summer. And now I feel like because of TikTok and social media and even YouTube, we are just inundated with launch after launch after launch. And so nothing is special anymore. Do you know what I mean? Tell me if you know what I'm talking about, because I walked around and I just could not find anything unique, and I started getting a little depressed about it. And then what caught my eye was the Ulta Beauty wall, the new Ulta Beauty brand. They repackaged, everything's in beautiful white except for this fun color story, which I'll show you in a minute. And they just went for really clean packaging. And I found myself over at that wall because one, it's, I would say, pretty similar to e.l.f. pricing, not as cheap as LA Girls, not as cheap as Essence, but certainly affordable, more so than a lot of other brands. And I just found myself picking up things and thought, well, let's try this and this and this. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to do a fall look that's very much inspired by some rich colors that remind me of the 80s and 90s when we couldn't wait for fall and we started to don all of the rich colors. If you saw a couple months ago, I did Clinique Black Honey. I think it was in July. That's kind of a jump start on fall makeup, but not everyone can afford Black Honey. And the Black Honey mascara was so beautiful, but it was dry. And the next time I went to use it, it was dry. And so I don't know if I got just a bad tube, but that's pretty expensive not to have it work after a few times. And the Black Honey eye pencil was stunning, but again, not everyone can afford a more prestige brand. And so I'm going that kind of Black Honey look for fall using almost all Ulta Beauty. And let's get started. I'm going to keep this look. I feel like, let me see if I can lower my chair a little bit. I feel like people are really wanting a more natural look. tell me if you agree in comments, but anytime I go really glam, or if I do like heavy lashes and glitter and gems, like that excites me. But I realize most women aren't going to do that on the daily. And so I really feel like women just want like a really pretty classic natural look. And so that's what we're going to do today. And by natural, I kind of mean neutral. Look, I even have my earrings on from the 90s. I worked at Nordstrom, and these are Carol Lee, and I found them, and I'm so glad I saved them because I feel like they're really kind of back in style. Okay, I've never liked L'Oreal Lumi Glow. I've returned it before, but this is their lighter one, and I'm going to try it in just a few areas of my face. It's more of like a pearly color, and so I thought, well, let's start with that. And I think I'm liking it. I did my brows before I started the video because I'm gonna be honest, I just can't find a drugstore brow that I'm over the moon for. And I've developed this technique with my brows using Anastasia that I love. So sometimes, yeah, you spend a little bit more on certain parts of your face, and then other parts of your face you can kind of, you know, scrimp on a little bit more. And we just have to decide what that is, you know, what looks best. So that is giving me a pretty glow, but let's see how it looks close up. That's always my standard, is, you know, it's my bar, and how I measure success is how does it look close up? Is it going to show all my pores? Is it going to blur? Is it going to make me look greasy? Let's see. It's really pretty. It looks like skincare. It looks kind of like a pearly, looks like a pearly skincare. So I would say it's quite different from Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury, and it's very different from e.l.f. Halo Glow, which is very similar to Charlotte Tilbury. It's more of like just a beautiful glow, and looking close up in this 10-time magnification mirror does not at all look like I have makeup on. It looks like I have just glowy skincare. So this is a yes. I think this was $16.99. And when I tell you you're gonna have this for a couple of years, because you saw how little I used like just the size of, I don't know, maybe a small pea. Okay, so next I'm going to use the Complexion stick. I looked around and I'm like, do I want to use some of my favorite foundations? I love Neutrogena Healthy Boost or Healthy Glow. I love Wet n Wild Photo Finish. I love some of the e.l.f. What else do I love? Revlon makes a beautiful skin tint, which to me has more coverage than a skin tint. By the way, I've switched to iced tea and it's just not cutting it. I love the taste, but it's just not doing that thing in my brain where my brain wakes up. From Diet Dr. Pepper. Okay, so I went with light, and this is the Ulta Beauty Complexion Stick. And I've never used it, so we're going to use it right now. And I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to draw it in my hand. This is a Katie Jane Hughes. I did not come up with this on my own. Katie Jane Hughes is a makeup artist that does Dua Lipa and Rosie Huntington and Hailey Bieber, and she does some really beautiful celebrities. And she does this where she uses her palm as the palette because it warms it up, and then she really really digs the brush in there so it picks up the product. So I want to do that rather than just applying it to my face. Now, will it leave your hand messy? Yeah, that's okay. You can always run and wash your hands, or you could even keep a makeup wipe close. Now, you know already, I also have this on. I have this under my eyes, and I have it through my parentheses and on the pores on the sides of my nose, because I find that a lot of makeup will get caught in those pores, especially if it's a little bit too light. And so I do have that on. Okay, now from here, ooh, it's a little light, but the next color up seemed very, it looked darker in the store. See it right there? I could probably go up one. But in the store, it looked, the one up light medium, it looked too yellow. So I wanted to stick with something that matched me a little bit better. I have this beautiful damp blender by Cami Nguyen. Cami Nguyen, this is my favorite blender I've ever had in my life. It's only $6. I pick mine up in person at the Makeup Altar here in Nashville, and you can order online. She'll ship it to you. Melanie will. So you can get them from her, or you can go directly to Cami Nguyen yourself. And I'll put that in the description. If you ever want to find links to something, just click on the title of the video of the day and a menu pops down and you'll have the description in there. Okay, so you can see this is the third summer in a row I have stopped tanning. I used to tan my body, not my face, and it was just doing so much damage to my neck and chest, and then, you know, my face never matched. So this looks really good. This looks really good, really good. It's, I would say this is medium coverage at most. It could even be more buildable, I believe. I guess I could put a tiny bit more. On my jawline. Where else? Maybe a little more. Okay, I did my jawline. I really like this. I want to say this was like $11.99 for a complexion stick. Now you might even have to get two colors, because I really do like this lighter color for my jawline, but I could possibly have gone deeper for the center of my face where we have simply more texture. You always want to go a little bit darker. Just through the center of the face, just where we have more pores and texture, you want to go a little bit deeper. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I feel like it gave me a little more coverage. I'm using a fade cream that's working so beautifully on my sunspots, but I still feel like I can get a little pink and patchy down on my jawline. Let me know if you feel the same with yourself. So, sometimes that's why we have to custom match our own foundations, especially with creams, because we are not one color on our whole face. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. I'm sure Ulta Beauty had a bronzer, but I have so many drugstore bronzers, and I knew I wanted to use a light one, and I really love this one by e.l.f., and I can't even tell you the name. Oh wait, maybe I can. Maybe I can tell you the name. Hold on. Thanks to my friend Jen Moss. Tan Lines. This is Tan Lines. And I like it because it's a great bronzer for fair skin, light skin, and then even just going into fall and winter. You don't want to be super bronzy, but you want a little bit of dimension to the face. Remember to push it up into your hairline. I love this brush by e.l.f. too. Really, really love this brush. It's called the Ultimate Blending Brush. I don't even know how much that is, but I love this brush. Okay, so notice I'm not going into my temples where we hollow out, but I am going into like a little bit above my eyebrow to kind of bring the depth in. So it brings your eye more to the center here where I'm lighter, okay? But I think that looks really nice. And then let's do a little bit on the outside of the face. It's funny, I'm not seeing it much in person, but I do see it there on camera, so that's good. I'm real excited to do eyes. I really feel like eyes, cheeks, and lips is really what sells a fall look. And I'll tell you, I really miss those beautiful fall color stories and all the beautiful Christmas gift with purchases that we would, you know, kind of save for all year. You know, we would save and we would wait to buy all of our skincare at the gift with purchase because we'd get all those extra fun things. And then at Christmas, we'd buy, you know, the big blockbuster sets from Lancome or Estee Lauder or Princess Borghese or Ultima 2 had the best eyeshadows. My mom and I were obsessed with Ultima 2 eyeshadows. And I miss that time. We have so many brands, so many launches, you can't even keep up with all of it. And I'm gonna be honest, it's really starting to get me down. I know it's first world problems, but it's just not healthy to have this many products. I'm only one face, and I can't even afford to do that many giveaways because every time you ship a box to someone, it's $25. So if I did 4 giveaways a month, I'm spending $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year on shipping to ship out free stuff. Why am I paying $1,200 to ship out free stuff? You know, that it's crazy. I don't know how all these people do all these tons and tons of giveaways. Okay, so I know a lot of people do giveaways just to get more followers. It's a tactic that they use, and it works. It does, but there's so many people here in Nashville that are in need. I'd rather just give it in person to people that need it, and then I'm saving $1,200 a year. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of powder because powder blends my powder, and we're about to do some powder products. I'm gonna use my friend Crystal Lee's brush because look how huge it is, and I really wanna get the sides of my face. Woo. So I'm gonna do a little bit. I know I always say don't use a big, huge brush when you're mature, but I gotta tell you, this brush changed my mind. I love this brush so much. I also think we have better powders than ever before. Okay, notice how I'm not going under the eyes with it though. This powder is so messy, but it's the e.l.f. High Def, and it's really nice. It really is. I think it's like $6, $6, $7. Really nice powder. Okay, let's see how we're looking close up. Looks great. Looks great. Does not look powdery. Just looks like I still look glowy. I'm not gonna now stick to everything. All right, I'm going to pause the video so that we can get started on eyes, and it makes downloading easier for me. Here we go. This is so pretty. They have these little trios, and they had them in all different color stories. And again, not very much money. I'll look in at the end and tell you. I'm burning up in this sweater, by the way. I'm literally burning up. Okay, so I powdered my eyelids. I'm gonna powder them again because you always want to blend powder on powder. And I'm gonna take this Big Beautiful brush by BK Beauty, and I'm gonna start with this lighter, warm, it's kind of a warm bisque. Very pretty. And again, you know, I'm gonna go warmer than some people because I have warm hair now, and so I like to do a lot of warms. But for those of you who can't do warms, they had other palettes. And then what I've done is I've chosen kind of that black honey color today so that anyone with cooler or neutral palette can do this look. You don't have to go this warm color on the eyes. I'm just gonna do it to balance the real cool plums that I'm about to do. And there's nothing to me that says fall makeup like plums. I remember, and let me know in comments if you remember this or had it, but we had the most beautiful plum liner by Estee Lauder. It was a twist up, so it wasn't like a sharpener. It was a twist up, and it was called, oh, I'm trying to remember, it might have been called Black Plum. I can't remember. Tell me if you remember it, but it was just the most beautiful, deep, earthy plum without being purpley. It might have had the tiniest bit of a frosted brown in it, and I would put it on women's eyes and smoke it, and anyone who had blue and green eyes, it was like boom. But it looked great on brown eyes, it looked great on black eyes. Like, it really was such a beautiful pencil. No, I'm forgetting the name of it. I don't think it was Black Plum. It might have been Black Plum. Okay, so there, I have that on my in my crease. I'm going to take this shimmery color. Ooh, that's nice. And I'm going to do a little shimmer just on the center of the eyelid, just for the tiniest bit of shimmer, so that when you move your head, you can see a little bit of shimmer on the eyelids, but I don't want it on the whole eyelid because of just the nature of crepey skin on mature eyes. We don't want like a full-blown shimmer. Let's see. And then I'm going to take this cute little brush and I'm going to do the shimmer on the inner eye. You don't have to do this step. I just really love a shimmer on that inner eye. It kind of brightens that inner eye. And I'm going to tell you, I walked around Ulta yesterday. What's left on the brush, I'm just going to kind of take under the brows. I walked around Ulta yesterday and I kind of said to myself, if money was no object, if I could afford anything in this store that I wanted, what would I buy for fall? And I'm telling you, there's a reason I ended up at the Ulta Beauty Wall, because I'm like, well, at least this is new. At least this is something new to me, you know? A lot of you know I'm with the Ulta Beauty Collective this year, and so honored to be a mature woman representing Ulta Beauty. But they never ask us to, you know, post unless we want to. So this YouTube is not sponsored. They don't even know I'm doing it. I just really wanted to do it. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a deeper brown. And I'm going to, let's see, this little brush. And I'm going to take this deeper brown. I'll just tap off extra. And I'm going to go a little bit deeper in the outer corner. Again, Ulta Beauty had really great color palettes. So if you didn't want to do these warm colors, you could definitely go with something that was more, there was one that was more neutral, really pretty. I just felt like it was going to look a little too blah with my hair color. I felt like I needed this warmth to go plum. See how that's just created more depth on the eye, but I just keep it in the outer eye. But it would be beautiful on those of you who had, you know, more summer palette, you know, maybe you look better in more muted, soft, neutral tones. That's what I thought when I saw that palette. I'm like, oh, this would be so pretty for a summer. Or even a winter who was like a clear winter, you know, like a Courtney Cox or Lauren Graham from Gilmore Girls, you know, that kind of brunette, but with the fair skin and the blue eyes. They could wear that too. Okay, so there we go. And then you're going to go back in with your original brush and just blend it out. Not re-dipping into the warmer, lighter color. I'm just going to blend the two. And if it's a little messy under here, or if it dips too low under the eye, don't worry about that yet. We can clean that up. But yeah, it looks really pretty. And you know what I like about it? It's so finely milled that it doesn't make my eyes look really dry and crepey like some shadows can. So I think I'm wondering if they just don't have talc. I'm not sure because I can't read and I don't have time. So anyway, it's really pretty. Now I want to go into this beautiful pencil. I have this pencil too. Ooh, cream shadow stick in Right of Plum. We're going to use that, and we're going to use this darker one. Ooh, let's see how this works. I'm super excited. Oh yeah. Oh, I love this. This is called Eggplant, I think. This is Eggplant. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, who needs eggplant? If you have blue or green eyes, it'd be stunning. It's a cool eggplant. There's no real red in it. It's definitely like a black purple. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I'm so glad I picked this up. I forced myself to pick up colors that I don't normally, I almost went with like a hunter green, but I'm going to do a hunter green look next week on Instagram. But that's so pretty because you know what? It's dark like black, but it's softer than black. Yeah, that works. That works. And again, this is the Ulta Beauty pencil. This is their gel liner. It's a gel liner. Let me see if I can look closer in this mirror. I get so excited when I do a drugstore and I really love the product. I really do. And plus, I really have a heart to help women feel beautiful. And not everyone can afford Chanel or Charlotte Tilbury or Lancome. I mean, I understand. I was there for 11 years or more. Actually, most of Gracie's life, because I chose to be a stay-at-home mom who did a little bit of freelance. I chose that life so that I could stay home with her more, and it meant no vacations, no eating out, no babysitter, no really nice makeup, maybe once in a while. I love it. Okay, let's see how it does on the upper waterline. Yeah, yep, it's going right on. Now, because we could have a big storm tonight and I need to get this edited and uploaded to YouTube, I'm not going to do a wear test. But here's what I can do. I can come into comments tomorrow and I'll let you all know. So look for me in comments tomorrow and I'll let you know how it lasted, because I do plan on keeping this on all day and all night, and I go to bed late. I'm a night owl with my kiddo. Okay, so I have that on. Now I want to go in with this. I'm gonna blend over it, and I'm gonna go thick. Oh my gosh, yes. Look at my nails came off, 2 of them. My nail girl laughs at me. She's like, always your pinky nails, but this time it's my 2 middle nails. She cracks up at me. Okay, so see where I put that? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna take more of a bullet brush and I'm gonna go I don't know that I like how it's blending. It's going on patchy. Looks great on camera. It's going on patchy. So you know what? I'm going to put it under the eye. Oh, what a shame. I think this is going on patchy. I think they're trying to do like a Laura Mercier caviar stick. I think it might be okay under my eye because it's not overshadow. But it looks good on, I think it looks good on camera, but I'm going to tell you, it's not blending well. And maybe because it's just not meant to blend like that. So I'm going to use the pencil to blend. So much for a natural look. I just took it glam. Okay, well, we'll call it some soft glam natural. And you don't have to do this step. But guy, it's pretty on the eyelid. It's not patchy. Oddly enough, it's not patchy on the eyelid. It's going on smooth and beautiful. But when I went up into my crease and outer eyelid, it's looking patchy. And I think it could be because it's just maybe it's not meant for mature skin. Now you'll notice I did not do concealer under the eye, and I'll show you why in a minute. Well, I love how it draws on, and I think it's very pretty under the eye, and it's very pretty. It's not patchy at all. It's very pretty on the upper eyelid, but once I went into the outer crease, it got patchy. So if you decide you want something like this, just don't do what I just did. But this is really pretty. Cream eyeshadow stick, and this is Right of Plum. Okay. Yeah, and see, now that I'm trying to blend it, it's just kind of coming right off again. It's like lifting off with the brush, which is a shame. It's really a shame. But maybe it's just not designed to do that. Maybe it's operation error. I will tell you, it looks pretty. I love the plum. I love it. I love it. Okay, and it looks great under the eye. It's really good under the eye. It's just not good in that outer corner. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back in with this brown. And I'm going to go over it, because otherwise it looks cray-cray. And you know what? This already made it look better. But had I not gone into the crease to begin with, it would have looked even better. So don't do that step. But upper eyelid, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous on my eyelid. It's not patchy at all, and it's gorgeous under my eye. I just think it's maybe not meant to blend like up here. Okay? But that's nice. This works. Go a little bit higher. But you know what? We don't know till we try. And I want you to explore. And if something doesn't work, take it back. You know what the Ulta gal told me yesterday? She was so cute. She was in her 50s. She's like, you know, if she was so excited to tell me, you know, if something doesn't work, you can return anything. I said, oh, girl, believe me, I don't keep anything that doesn't work for me. She's like, okay, good, because a lot of people don't know that. I'm like, I know. I do not keep anything that doesn't work. I work too hard for my money. I know you do too. That's one of the reasons we all love Ulta, because we can go in person, and if something doesn't work, we can take it back. That's what I love about Ulta. Love that. Okay. So there we have it. Now I'm going to do, they have a primer for eyelids, and I am going to, y'all, I'm burning up. I am burning up. I cannot wait to take this sweater off. It's cute though, right? It's Old Navy. If you love this sweater, it's Old Navy. It's so cute. It's is it black or navy? Yeah, it's black. It's like a real pretty kind of a tweed taupe. It's not quite camel. It's not as warm as camel. It's kind of a taupe, and then it's got this beautiful black stripe, and it's a V-neck, and I was like, I have to have that. That looks very collegiate to me. I love collegiate clothes in the fall. That's another thing. I thought I got a mascara, but I guess I got a primer. So you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to do it. If you've never used a primer, I realize it's an extra step, and it probably seems really, I don't know, silly, but it's not. Primers work amazing, because what they do is they build, thicken, lengthen your lashes. So can you see that? So when you go to put on mascara, you don't need as much mascara, because the primer did the building and the lengthening. And then the mascara is going to just kind of lengthen and build on top of it, but also you use less mascara. That's how I sold a lot of primer. We had a primer with Estee Lauder and also with Lancome. That's how I sold a lot of primer. As I said, it's going to do all the work. It's going to do all the beefing up. And then you use less mascara, so you're buying mascara less. You're not buying it as frequently because you're using less mascara. And that just resonated with women. And I feel like primers have been really popular ever since, but then I feel like we kind of got away from primers, and then I feel like we came back to them. Ooh, look at how big and bulky I got it there.
I got it a little big and bulky. We'll see how it does. Because I'm going to tell you right now,
I'm going to go in. I don't do it on the, that looks crazy. I don't go in on the lower lashes with primer. Let's see if we can dry it a little bit. Oh my gosh, that looks so crazy on camera. Okay, let's just wait a hot minute. Okay, we have powder, right? Remember we put powder on? Because powder blends on powder. Now, I saw this palette. This is also Ulta Beauty, and I'm like, ooh, that's a gorgeous neutral, just very like where's my summers and my winters who or even autumns who want like just barely anything on that. Here's more plum, and then I loved that it had this like warm color with these two cooler colors. I loved that. So I'm like, well, that's coming home with me. I was actually excited about this. So now I just have to find, let's see, I think I'm gonna do, I need kind of a really floppy brush, and I need to wash. So, oh, this is beautiful. This is a rougher, is it rougher? I'm gonna do a little bit of this gorgeous kind of warm color. Oh yeah, that's cute. Feels a little bit like a, I don't know, soft pumpkin, kind of an earthy pumpkin. That's why I liked this palette, because I'm like, oh, I like that there's a warm, but there's also these cool tones, like a deeper plum, this beautiful neutral, and then I like this. Okay, hold on. I had to stop the camera because if it gets to over 20 minutes, it won't upload to my computer. It's just too long. Okay, so I'm taking, remember my foundation brush. I didn't dip it in more foundation because remember the foundation was on my hand. I did not dip it in more, but I'm going over the blush with this foundation brush real quick, just to give it a little bit of blending. And then I'll show you, we're also gonna go in with the pretty plum color. We're gonna do this plum color. I'm gonna tap it on here and then tap it on my hand so it's not going on too deeply. I'm real lightly blending it. Oh, it's really pretty. If you don't like cream blush, if you're the type of person where you are just so sick of the whole world using cream blush, this is a great blush for women who want that kind of berry tone. Really pretty. Just kind of like lightly blending it into that warmer one, because I knew that I probably couldn't wear just the berry alone. Like I really needed it to have that little bit of warmth. Okay, that looks good. It's a little bit lighter on this side. This side got a little heavier, but not a problem because we're gonna go back in. Okay, and then I also love to take my sponge and bounce over everything. Maybe we need a little berry on the nose. Cute. Cute. Okay, let's stop looking like a crazy person. But see that blush? And I'm gonna tell you, it's of course always gonna be brighter on camera because of high def. High def intensifies anything with red or pink. This is a berry, so I look in this mirror right behind me here, and it's very, very soft and muted, but it's always gonna look brighter on camera. But here it is right here. You see how it's not bright, it's muted. This is gorgeous too, that one right there. I didn't use that today though, did I? Well, maybe I could use a little bit. What if we took, let's see. Ooh, I just went right over it. It's almost like it blended the two. Oh. I don't know, what do we think? It's almost like it just blended the two. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with a little more. Let's see, a little more foundation. I always like my blush to look super, super blended, so you don't really see where it's starting and stopping. So I always find if you go over it with just the tiniest bit of foundation, it looks beautiful. Okay, now let's see. Take some of this off. It's time for lashes. You know I hate doing lashes on camera, but I'm gonna do it today because I bought L'Oreal Voluminous in this beautiful, what do they call this? I don't know, it's like burgundy. Look at that. I had to have it. And now that this primer is dry, we're basically just painting. I probably waited a little too long too. I should probably have put it, but sometimes if you put it on when the primer's wet, then you can get primer into your mascara tube, and I don't like to mix the two. But this is not going to require that much. Oh my gosh, that looks so pretty in the mirror. Do you remember in the 80s, and was it the 90s too? I remember more the 80s, all the colorful mascaras. Tell me what your favorite color mascara was. I always loved blue, whether it was navy or cobalt. Blue was my favorite, probably because I have hazel brown eyes, and so I felt like when I wore blue, it kind of made my eyes look a little bit more light. Look at that. Do you see that? Can you see that? Look how green my eyes look. That's crazy. But that's what happens when you put any type of plums or reds around an eye that has a little bit of green in it. For me, I'm more olive green. I have more olive green in my eyes. It just makes your eyes look more green because it's opposite of the color wheel. So the opposites are always going to pop opposite colors. This one went on faster and easier, much faster and easier. You can go on the back side of your lashes too, the top side, not just the bottom, but the top side. Y'all, I'm feeling very fall. Okay, now we need a lip liner. And I gotta be honest, I don't know if I have a lip liner from the drugstore. Oh yeah, look, this is NYX. This is, oh, of course it's not sharpened, because why would I be prepared? Sorry if you're new here, this is kind of how I work. I mean, it's just how artists work. We kind of think as we go. We kind of decide and make decisions as we go. Oh yeah, this is nice. It's a little light. And my mustache is growing in, so don't get too close. It's pretty. It's very Bridget Bardot. It's probably not the best shade to use with this black honey, but it will keep everything in place, which is what I really wanted to do. What is this one? No, that one's not good either. Okay, we're just gonna go with this. And then I'm gonna do this beautiful lip pencil. It's a gloss stick, and it's called Buggin'. I don't know why I don't just leave this out. Yep, Buggin'. It's called Buggin'. Ooh, it's made in Germany. Best pencils in the world are made in Germany. Okay. How pretty. I'm not going to say it's a dupe because I hate that word, and nothing is a true dupe in my opinion. If you see the word dupe, run. It's clickbait. It's not real. There's no such thing as a dupe. I'm starting to see gals here on YouTube, I guess guys too, but I'm seeing gals say affordable alternatives. I was like, praise, word. Affordable alternatives, while it's more wordy, is exactly what that means. This is an affordable alternative to black honey. It is not a dupe because black honey is a twist up lipstick and this is a pencil. But I want to show you right here that is gorgeous. And again, it looks darker. It's darker and more berry plum in person than it is on camera because high def intensifies everything. But hold on, let's get black honey and see. I think I gave it away. I just went to my black honey display and it's the only thing missing, so I must have given it away. Okay, we're gonna do under eyes. I've done this before. We're doing it again. It's the Ulta. It's called the Under Eye Highlighter, and it's very peachy pink luminous. Ooh. And what's it called officially? Under Eye Brightener, which is why I'm gonna do a little on my nose. Oh, the eyes look pretty. It's just this beautiful pearl. So let's see. Is my hand clean? Remember, I have the Aquaphor under my eyes, so it's gonna keep it nice and in place. This might be a little lighter than I wanna go, but you know what? It's awfully pretty. Yeah, it's a little too light raccoony. But I think it's because it's next to this bright blush. Because I have used this before when I'm doing just a super natural face. And I'm just doing a little bit of, look at that. Just kind of blends right in. But I love it for that inner eye where we get really blue purple. It's great for that. Okay, so we're looking a little raccoony. So this is a good teaching moment. If you ever look raccoony, let me show you what you're gonna do. First of all, take a damp blender, help it to blend in a little bit more. Still looking too raccoony. Let's take the hair out and see. Oh, and you know what else I need? I want this on my lower lashes. I love this mascara in this Burgundy. By the way, Voluminous has been the #1 mascara in my pro kit since the 90s. Since I started doing makeup in 1994. I started makeup in 92, but I didn't start getting paid as a professional until 94. That's why I say I'm a 30-year pro, because I've literally started getting paid for freelance makeup in 94. Okay, so we're a little bit too raccoony. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna teach you what to do when this happens. There. When you have too many brushes, you can never find what you need. Oh, I forgot. I had a brush I wanted to use today. This is an Ulta brush, and I really liked it. I liked that it's full. There's nothing on it. It comes like that. So this has just got a darker tip. But I love that it's like at this angle. It reminded me a little bit of my friend Crystal, her Crystal Lee brush. I liked this, and I wanted to use this. Okay, so when you get too light under the under eye, you can go in with a little bit of your Complexion, your foundation, just kind of warming it up on the back of the hand, and kind of smoothing it out a bit so that we don't see, here we see kind of a light ring, but here we've now diffused it down a little bit. So that's what you're going to do. Just take a little bit of your foundation and just kind of go into the cheek area. See? Now we don't have a raccoon eye anymore. Okay, and then okay, now we are gonna do, ooh, this is dramatic, y'all. I meant to do natural today. Oops. We're gonna do setting spray. This used to always be in my pro kit. I just threw it out a couple months ago because it was empty. This is Morphe. I like it because it's continuous spray. And if I was doing a ton of bridesmaids, I would just do this. And look, it's the finest mist. It does have fragrance in it. Just want you to be mindful of that. But holy moly, it's the finest mist. And it's really affordable, and I love it in my pro kit. And they sent me that. They sent me this. I just opened this mailer today. So I'm like, perfect. We're doing drugstore makeup. Perfect timing. Everything else I bought, but that Morphe, they sent me that. Okay, now let me get a makeup wipe, and I think we're just about done here. By the way, these are also my #1 wipes in my kit, and you can even buy them Hydro Boost. You can buy ones that are fragrance-free. I'm gonna get them off the palm of my hand, and then I've got a bunch of makeup on the back. Let me see how it looks close up. Oh my gosh, looks so good. It looks so good up, y'all. Now, I might need to take the tiniest bit of Aquaphor and go right here, because the powder, I'm seeing the powder. Okay. I love this. Okay, and then I might take, what else? I was gonna do one more thing. Oh, I'm really red, so I'm gonna do the under eye brightener
all around my nose. Plus I just rubbed my nose a minute ago too with the tissue. But holy moly. Are you all getting more red as you get older? I am just getting more red. All right, here we go. Here is our fall look. I love the berry cheek with the black honey, affordable alternative, and I'm loving these eyes. The only thing I would do different is this gorgeous eye pencil, and I really truly do love this eye pencil. I would not take it up into the crease. It's not meant to go up into the eyelid. It's great for lining. I am looking at it under the eye, and it does look very pretty and well blended. So I shouldn't have gone into the outer corner with it, but on camera it looks pretty, and you know, it's nice. Okay, hold please. Okay, I just real quick want to tell you what everything costs. So Voluminous, oh my gosh, Voluminous was 30% off. It is deep burgundy, 30% off. I got this for $7.69 at Ulta. I just bought all this at Ulta. $7.69. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I might have to stock up on more of those. Okay, the blush trio was $16. This is significant size. Like these pans are a significant size. Oops, can I open it? Yeah, and they're totally matte and they're finely milled. Like you can't feel that. So I would use it with a fluffy brush, and remember, powder blends on powder. That's $16 for 3 colors. That's crazy. Let's see. Eternal Dunes. I don't know what that is. Hold on. We'll go. Oh, it's this. This trio is $12 for 3 eyeshadows. Max Impact, which is the eyeshadow or the primer mascara. Oh no, this was 11. Okay, well I don't know. What's this one? I don't know, we'll see. Okay. The brightener, this little brightener is 11. The Rule of Plum, this beautiful eye pencil, is $10. And then the dark one I used first, Eggplant, $10. True Match was on sale. Y'all, L'Oreal's having a sale. So that beautiful Lumi that I put on in the very beginning, this was on sale. This was normally $16.99. I got it for $11.90. That's worth it. You're going to have that for a few years. There's a lot in there and you need very little. The gloss stick in Buggin', $10. Made in Germany, so it's excellent quality. All the best stuff in the world is made. Oh, I bought an Azurine Solution 10% serum from The Ordinary. It's supposed to, over time, with consistent use twice a day, you do it on your forehead and all around your eyes, and it's supposed to like slowly mimic Botox. And I thought, well, I'll try it and we'll see. And then the moisturizing complexion stick is $16. $16 for a beautiful complexion stick. So there you go. That all of it came to $150 exactly. Isn't that interesting? Oh no, subtotal, $137. $137 for a full face, except my eyebrows. It's crazy what drugstore costs nowadays, but you know what? I'm going to start doing some videos for the rest of the year, especially as we near this election and people are really hanging on to their money. I want to start doing more videos on how to shop from your own makeup collection, because Lord knows I have a makeup collection in here for an army, okay? I'm so glad that you could join me this week. Thank you for being here. Let me know in comments if you like drugstore best. It helps me. It also helps me if you share this or like it and engage.
views are really down right now, and I think they're down for everyone, but it just would help a lot if y'all could, you know, subscribe and like and share. It means so much. And that is it for this week. Again, praying for all of the victims of this hurricane, and let's pray the next one does not hit Florida. But I love you. I'm glad you're here. God loves you, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.